You know what, Amy? I feel like there's a fun, talkative, charismatic girl trapped inside you. Amy, blink twice if you can hear me.
Welcome to the Unapologetic Man podcast, the only podcast that's all about self-improvement, confidence, success, women, and being a man without making any apologies for it.
What is up, you champions? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the UMP. I actually said that exact thing to a girl a couple weeks ago. She got pretty pissed off, but here's the funny thing. She actually liked me more because of it. She was being boring. She wasn't talking to me. I'm like, dude, I feel like there's a charismatic girl trapped inside you, Amy. Blink twice if you can hear me. And she's like, oh my God, you're such a dick. And I was like, just loosen up, man. Let's talk. So tell me this. And I asked her a question, and I'm actually going to tell you what that question was in this episode. But first, boys, I have a gigantic announcement. I'm only going to make this about a minute long, so don't skip ahead because you're going to want to hear this. So, gentlemen, on either March 28th or March 29th, that's right, boys, I am having another masterclass. These masterclasses have been so unbelievably successful that I'm going to teach you what to talk about with girls in the first conversation, the first date, so that you never run out of things to talk about with girls again. This is a one-time masterclass. I'm so fired up about this, boys. I am going to give you my elite secrets, all my best shit, the stuff that I do not reveal on this podcast. The very stuff that I teach my boys in my 3-month coaching program are inner circle, these jealously guarded secrets that I'm going to reveal to you on this one-time masterclass taking place once again on either March 28th or March 29th. Every time I have a masterclass, it sells out. So here's what I want you to do. While you're listening to this episode, click the link in the description below. I'm going to have my podcast editor, Liam, put it at the top of the links. So scroll below. You'll see it. It's the first one. What to talk about with girls masterclass. Click on that. Check it out, boys. This is a one-time special event. It's gonna sell out. And I'll tell you this, if you don't absolutely love it, I will give you your money back. I will buy the program back from you and you can keep the recording. You can keep the bonuses that I'm gonna give you, which is basically the entire list of all my templates, all my gambits, my psychological tricks, what to talk about with chicks. Everything I teach to my boys in the 3-month coaching program, as a bonus, it's yours to keep. So there's no risk, boys. It's an absolute no-brainer. Grab your ticket right now. This shit is going to sell out. I cannot wait to tell you guys my secrets. Honestly, bro, if you don't sign up for this masterclass, I'm going to spit on the ground every time I hear your name. I am going to come to your house and urinate all over your pillow. I am going to spray the cologne Dracar in your car. And I am going to tell all your friends that you have a birthmark on your butt of a penis and it looks like it's literally entering your butthole. That's how pissed off I'm going to be. Guys, people ask me all the time, how do you think of all this funny shit? Like at the top of the show, where do you think of this stuff? Because I've been doing this for 2 decades, boys, and I've been writing down every single technique I have. Anytime I say something or hear something or am told something, I write it down and it is yours in this How to Talk to Girls masterclass. Never run out of things to talk about with women again. You can join this if you're married. You can join it if you're in a relationship, or if you're like most of my guys and you're single. This is a one-time event, boys. You do not want to miss it. Grab your ticket right now before it gets sold out. And like I said, you will get your money back if you don't love it, and you could keep everything I teach you. It's a no-brainer, dude. You would have to be a complete idiot, a total sea donkey, not to sign up for this. So do it right now. Get your thumb out of your ass. Stop picking the lint out of your belly button and execute. Women are attracted to trigger pullers, and women are attracted to men who know how to spit game, know what to talk about, know how to elicit emotions. And I'm going to teach you just that in this one-time masterclass taking place on March 28th or March 29th. Get your ticket right now. And one final thing, if you can't show up, you're still going to get all the bonuses. You're still going to get a recording of the call. It's going to be the same thing as you being there. So don't let your busy schedule make you foot drag, procrastinate, and miss this one-time opportunity to get on a Zoom call with me and a few other men where I'm going to teach you what to talk about with girls, how to never, ever, ever run out of things to say again. I said on the sales page, I'm going to give you so much to talk about. You're going to be able to talk to a girl for literally 289,363 million hours. That's how much shit I'm going to give you. Pick the ones you like, throw out the ones you don't, and 10x your game, boys. Here's the way to get women attracted to you. you have to know how to banter. If you bore them, they're going to leave you. And a lot of you guys look at women, you're like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to approach her with. I'm going to teach you that, bro, Tendo. So sign up right now, Theodore Roosevelt. If you don't do it, I'm going to be super disappointed in you, Broseph Stalin. Let's get into the content. All right, boys. So 8 uncomfortable truths that make someone instantly likable. Now, as I always do, I'm going to over deliver, which is exactly what I'm going to do in the upcoming masterclasses. I'm going to give you 10 uncomfortable truths about people that are instantly likable. Number 1, they make others feel slightly off balance. Going back to my example at the top of the show, Amy, I feel like there's somebody charismatic trapped inside of you. Blink twice if you can hear me. That totally threw her off balance. Now, this communicates, I don't care what you think of me. I'm okay with the conversation going bad. I'm willing to challenge you. And what does that communicate, boys? It communicates that I have options. If you're willing to make a person feel slightly off balance, that means that you have plenty of friends. You have plenty of girls that you're talking to. You don't need this interaction to go well. So by being willing to challenge people, by being willing to call a girl out if she's being boring and offer her interesting conversational topics, which of course is exactly what I'm going to teach in my masterclass, you become likable. Likable people are willing to throw you off balance. They're willing to challenge you. They don't care what happens. People who aren't likable are outcome dependent. They want it to go well. They want you to like them. And that's why most people don't like them. It's try hard. It's needy. It shows low value. Number 2 is they're willing to be disliked. And this goes into number 1, where I don't give a shit what you think of me. If you don't like me, that's cool. Guys, if you don't have somebody who doesn't like you, I kind of have to question your authenticity. Because think about it. If you're willing to be authentic and completely yourself, there inevitably is going to be somebody out there who doesn't like you. You guys just don't get along. You guys just don't click. And instead of you adjusting your personality to click with that person, you're like, he doesn't like me. And I'm okay with that. I'm still going to be authentic. I'm still going to say what I want to say. I'm still going to hold my frame. And if he doesn't like it, he can kick rocks with his head down. Don't let the door hit you with the good Lord split you, because I don't give 2 shits about what you think of me. I am willing to be disliked. Number 3, they don't try to fill every single silence. And I've talked about this here and there in this podcast, where when you're speaking to a woman particularly and the conversation dies, it's okay to let there be silence. It's okay to look at her kind of with your eyes open, like, say something, Amy. Come on, participate. Again, going back to the example at the top of the show, she was being boring. So I called her out in a joking way. I was kind of fucking with her, and don't get it twisted. I had a smile on my face. I was just busting her chops. That's the vibe. But I'm okay for there to be awkward silences, and I'm okay to put the conversational burden on her. Have you guys ever spoken to a dude who's always trying to fill in the silences? He's always really uncomfortable. He really wants it to go well with you. What does that communicate about his value? It shows that he's low value. It kind of reminds me of like a peasant going through a medieval village. He wants everybody to like him because he's trying to raise his station in life. So he's agreeable. He laughs at jokes that really aren't funny. He's constantly putting like a lot of energy into the interaction. And if there's an awkward silence, and awkward isn't even the right word, it's just silence. If there's a silence, he doesn't like try to fill it in immediately. He's okay to just sit with it and let the other person fill it in because he's comfortable in who he is. Number 4, they let you catch them being imperfect. I am imperfect, gentlemen. I make a lot of dumb jokes. I don't give a shit what you think about it. Some of you guys, when I said, dude, I'm going to tell all your friends that you have a birthmark on your butt that looks like a male penis entering your butthole, you're like, dude, this guy's stupid. Bro, I don't give a fuck what you think of me. I don't care that you don't like my jokes. I don't care that you don't think I'm funny. Click away if you don't like it. And that's why to some guys, I'm likable. Here's the thing, boys. Likable people are polarizing. They're willing to say what they think. They're willing to put themselves out there, light themselves on fire, and let others watch them burn. and they are willing to let you catch them being imperfect. I'm imperfect. I make mistakes. Do you know how difficult it is to sit here staring at a camera, knowing that Liam, my podcast editor, is seeing all the times I reach into my pants and adjust my balls, pick boogers out of my nose, fucking spit at the camera and make mistake after mistake after mistake? It takes a lot of humility and self-belief and love for myself to know, dude, I'm imperfect. I'm a human being. I make mistakes in this podcast. I admit to you guys when I fuck up. I'm definitely not perfect. And if you and I have ever had an interaction where I wasn't perfect with you, it is what it is, bro. I tried my best. I was authentic with you. Maybe I've pissed off some of you. Maybe some of you love me. But here's the thing. What your opinion of me is kind of doesn't matter to me. I get love all the time in my inbox. Greatest podcast ever. You changed my life. I also get hate. I super appreciate you guys who have sent me love, but I kind of deal with them the same way. It's just an opinion. What you think of me is none of my business. If you like me, if you don't like me, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters, as I talked about on my last episode, is what I think of myself. So I'm willing to let you catch me being imperfect. I'm willing to let you catch me making mistakes. And I'm going to be real with you, bro. I'm going to keep it completely 100. And this is the way you need to be with women. This is who I am. If you don't like it, there's the door. Now, obviously, you're working within intelligent social parameters. You're considering social dynamics. You're considering her feelings, being compassionate. And generally speaking, you want to be likable. But here's the thing. When you guys are authentic and you don't really care what people think of you and you're willing to be imperfect, you are likable. So that's the difference between a guy who's disingenuous and a guy who's authentic. Authentic people are likable because they're imperfect. Disingenuous people are trying to put on a mask of perfection. It feels disingenuous. It feels insincere. And that's why you don't like the person, because you feel like they're lying to you. And when you're not willing to be imperfect in front of others, you are being a liar. The next one is they don't hide their boundaries. And this goes exactly into what I teach about frame control. These are my boundaries, little girl. If you don't like them, there's the door. I'm not going to let you say XYZ thing to me. I'm not going to date a girl who perhaps is out at the nightclubs all the time or is on OnlyFans, for example. And again, this is what you need to decide, but you have to have your boundaries. And if she doesn't work within them, then she's out the door, dude. Once again, don't let the door hit you with the good Lord split you fucking sea donkey. That's the way you run your program, and you are absolutely, unequivocally unapologetic about it. The next one is they don't try to be more exciting than they actually feel. This goes back into being disingenuous. The peasant walking through the medieval village, trying to be excited and get everybody pumped up. When you authentically feel the way you feel and you are unapologetic about it, you become more likable. Now that begs the question, but Mark, you tell us all the time to feel good, to push good energy out to girls, to be in a good state. Yes, that's true, but you're still being authentic, aren't you? Instead of faking it, you're pumping your state from the inside via your own decision, via your own internal state, which is masculine. So before you go out at night, you need to think to yourself, I need to feel good. I need to have a good vibration, a good energy. How can I get myself into that energy? Is it going to come by people complimenting me? No, because that's outside validation. Is it going to come from girls giving me their phone number? No. Once again, outside validation. You need it to come from within you, and you do certain techniques, which, by the way, I'm going to teach in this upcoming masterclass, to get your state up, to feel good. Then you are authentically feeling good, but you're not trying to be more excited than you actually are. You feel good. This is the level I feel. This is it. If you don't like it, there's the door. You feel good within yourself. You present it to everybody unapologetically. And once again, if they don't like it, there's the door. That's you being authentic within your own excitement, and you're not trying to make yourself perceive differently than what you actually feel. But you work on how you feel within yourself. Hope that made sense. The next one is they let others teach them things. Now, this goes into the frame control concept of letting. The biggest misunderstanding of frame control is that you have to control every single element of the conversation, the interaction. But look at this. If you let somebody teach you something, aren't you still in control of that interaction because you're letting them? This goes into the concept of letting, another frame control pillar that's really important, where I'm willing to let you show me things. I'm willing to be humble and let you teach me something. I'm willing to admit that I don't know everything. In fact, boys, I'm trying to learn how to dance. So I hired a dancing coach and he came over this morning and I was nervous. I was like, man, I just don't have rhythm. I'm not really good at dancing. And he came over and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to light myself on fire and let him watch me burn. I'm going to let him teach me. He's the expert. I don't know anything. I'm going to be humble. And I'm not going to be the dude who's like, oh, I'm too good to hire a dance instructor. I'm Mark Singh. I have a super big podcast. I'm a super successful dating coach. I'm very monetarily successful. No, I'm not going to humble myself to hire somebody to teach me to dance and look like an idiot. Of course I look like an idiot, but I don't give a shit. And I was letting him teach me. What's the frame there? I'm hiring him to teach me something. Therefore, if we have to break it out into stringent frame control terms, I'm the one controlling the frame because he's working for me. And this is something I explain to my boys all the time in the program. I'm like, dude, when you come into the program and you hire me, I'm actually working for you. So you're controlling the frame, aren't you? You're letting me teach you something, which is frame control in its essence. So those who are likable are humble. They let you teach them things. They humble themselves and they know that they're imperfect. The next one, number 8, is they break tiny social rules. And this goes fundamentally in what it takes to be good with women. Again, going back to my example at the top of the episode, blink twice if you can hear me. That is breaking a social code because what do most guys do? They're polite, they're friendly, they're agreeable, they're like high-fiving her when they have commonalities, whereas I'm willing to break those social norms. I'm willing to go just outside what's socially acceptable, such as my favorite technique. You ask her, do you like to travel? And she says, yes. And then you push her and you say, travel over there. With a smile on your face, you're just fucking with her. That's breaking those tiny social norms, getting her more attracted to you because only a high value guy is willing to do that. Does the peasant in the village go up to the blacksmith and with them a little bit? No, he's Mr. Agreeable, smiling, doesn't want to offend anybody. Whereas the guy with high value is willing to fuck with people, willing to break social norms, willing to embarrass himself. All right, boys, now the bonuses, stick with me here. These are really important. Number 9, they know how to banter. Now, obviously, perfect segue into my upcoming masterclass, right? And obviously, I did this episode because I wanted that segue. But dude, if you don't know how to banter with people, if you don't know how to fuck with them, say funny things, tell funny stories, run gambits, psychological tricks, cold reading, push-pull, false disqualifiers, RCR, stacking, the OQQP method, the cube, strawberry fields, messages in water, human body is a lie detector, how to tell stories, 3-part answer to what do you do, how to ask her what she does, how to go for the phone number, what to text her, and all the shit I'm going to lay out for you in this 2-hour masterclass, you're not going to get her attracted to you. So you need to know how to banter. You need to know how to have fun, how to be flirty, how to sweet talk women, which right there on my sales page says women love men who can sweet talk them. Here's how to become one of them. Let me ask you, brother, do you know how to sweet talk girls? Do you know how to spit game, how to with them, how to tease them, break commonalities, how to turn a commonality into sexual tension? I'm going to teach you how to do all that stuff in this masterclass. So get off your ass, stop picking the Cheetos out of your belly button, and get your ticket right now because the shit is going to sell out. You need to know how to banter. And that goes into number 10, gentlemen. You need to elicit emotion in people. Likeable people are likable because you make other people feel good. Have you ever had a friend who's just a likable dude? He smiles all the time. He's funny. He banters. He just makes you feel good, man. He knows how to charisma bomb you, which I'm also going to teach in this masterclass. He knows how to pump your state because he feels good and he wants others to feel good as well. Another trait of a likable person. So gentlemen, take these 10 traits, work them into your game. And right now, go to that sales page, check it out, look at the video, read the testimonials, read what's included in this one-time masterclass, what to talk about with girls, how to never run out of things to say again. Gentlemen, I have an awesome one coming up this Thursday, so please stay tuned for that one, and I will see you in the next episode.